It's me. It's the LOWG coming to you from In the Stands podcast, episode 4, after a long Labor Day weekend. Joining me, as always, is Tony Cash.
Morning.
Good morning. And I don't see Andy Roberts.
You know, I don't either. Where is Andy right now?
No telling.
Oh.
I'm in the Bahamas, baby.
The Bahamas. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome, Andy.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
It's been kind of a long morning trying to get back in the swing of things here in the States.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit worried with me not being there, what was going to go down. So I'm glad to know everything's working.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. How's the weather down there?
It's been
It
good.
doesn't matter what the weather is down there. So let's go.
Oh, he was
I wish you could see, but I wish everyone could appreciate that one step behind me and I'm off into the ocean. So
Well, that'd be good TV.
not the safest setup, but we're gonna roll with it.
Awesome. Were you having a good time down there, though, real quick?
Yep, it's been great. A little bit of rain, but for the most part, good weather, and it's been a good time.
Awesome.
Nice.
Logan, did you have a good weekend?
Yep. Hung around like James Brown, didn't do much. So watched a lot of football. So it was all good.
Opening weekend, big weekend. I did the same. I was able to go to Clemson LSU game Saturday night. That was awesome. Hadn't been to Clemson before.
Death Valley.
It was rocking. Hated that Clemson couldn't pull it out, but and I
was hoping Clemson was going to win that game.
LSU's quarterback is legit.
He is. I will say that even though Clemson has purple in accented areas, don't wear purple when they play LSU because I got roasted by everyone there. I was questioned, hey, who are you cheering for? I'm like, Clemson. First off, I got a purple, and it doesn't even have LSU. I don't have any yellow on, so I was pretty upset. No, I'm just kidding. But I did get roasted 30 seconds into the tailgate I was at.
Well, that's probably also to do with, I would say you probably look a little more like you're from Louisiana.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know what Louisiana's look like.
No, that's not a jab.
That's all right. All right. Well, I guess we can jump right into it, Andy.
Sounds good. We'll go over cross country and volleyball to start this. Cross country was a quiet week last week. I know that's because a lot of training going on for the upcoming North Hall Invitational Thursday. So that's going to host 30 high schools from around. So that is a big meet, one of the biggest of the year. So we'll definitely have top performers in that and be covering that on this next episode. So there were not many meets last week. Volleyball world, North Hall, East Hall, Lakeview all came out with a winning record last week. North Hall bounced back after a tough week the week before. And a fun fact, we've got a mother and daughter coaching duo in Hall County. Lakeview's Karen Tolles, her daughter coaches over at Johnson. So they faced off against each other last week, and teacher beat the student there. Lakeview took Johnson down. So, and speaking of volleyball, they also have a huge tournament coming up. The Hall County Championship Tournament will be this weekend at Gainesville. That'll be Saturday. We actually caught up with a few of the coaches yesterday, expectations, and so we'll be going over that later.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to go to my first matches in the volleyball world this weekend.
Are you excited?
So, yeah, excited about it because I've never, I've just watched college, so we'll
Andy,
see what happens.
How do we get him to be a line judge? We need to work on that.
I'm actually, don't bring that up, Cash. I'm working on that behind the sings.
Oh, ooh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That'll be
we
great.
actually, I think we actually need to, yeah, you're probably going to get thrown out. This is going to be great. That's the only way to learn it, Loggins. Well, you learn something is to get in there and do it. So,
okay.
Get ready.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's softball?
Yeah, let's jump in it.
Lots of games last week, so the rain kind of went away for the ladies. Flary Branch went 3-0. They play undefeated Hebron this week along with Walnut Grove. West Hall was 0-2. They played at Jefferson. Tough matchup for them this week. North Hall, they had 2 tough games last week. They finished 0-2. They play Union, Greater Atlanta Christian, and North Forsyth this week. Chestatee was 1-2, and they got real 2 tough games against Dawson and Lumpkin County. They're very good softball teams up there. Gaines was 0-2. They have Lanier and Seconder. East Hall had a pretty good week, 2-1.
There we go.
Shout out to Aiden Guerin, threw a no-hitter against West Hall. Pretty impressive. Struck out 6.
That's really impressive.
She only allowed 1 walk, so you still got to, field and catch the ball, fundamentals. So she had a great defense behind her as well. But big props to Cherokee Bluff softball. They were 3-0. Walked Seconder off 9-8 in the bottom of the 7th. Then beat undefeated Jefferson 9-1. Then I think they beat East Forsyth it was 3-0. Mac Warren had 2 home runs for the Lady Bears, and Archer got 2 wins for the Bluff. So,
nice.
Great job, ladies. I think the region's starting to take shape now. So it looks like Cherokee Bluff is the team to beat right now in their region. So,
they're
Nice.
they're trying to run it back. They went to state championship last year, so they're going to go back and finish it. So
nice.
actually, did they win a state championship last year?
No, I
No.
just know the ladies basketball team.
Yeah.
That's the only state championship I know of Bluff. So.
All right. Well, let's jump into football. It was a busy week last week as well. Starting off with Lanier Christian, they got a win Thursday night against Riverside, 35-12. Lakeview traveled across the mountain to go against Towns County and came up short, 34-18 there. Chestatee called it the Battle of the West Side of Hall County. They handled West Hall pretty well, 62-28. Don't know if they just really wanted to go after it. Chestatee had 292 yards on the ground, but I want to give a shout-out to Colton Stevie for 2 interceptions, and he had 1 for a pick 6.
Nice.
Run it back to the house.
Good job, Colton.
Yeah, it's a big defensive night.
Absolutely. Gainesville beats Westlake pretty easily. Gainesville's 3-0 and the only undefeated team left in Hall County, I believe.
I want to give it.
North Hall.
Are they?
I want to give a shout out on that Gainesville game. I want to give a shout out to Philip Williams. He has started out a tremendous season, and as of right now, nobody can contain him at that receiver position. And so it's impressive. I know him. He's worked extremely hard these last few years. He's a competitor. We'll be talking about that on an episode coming up about competing. But anyways, yeah, Gainesville looks really good out of the gate, and he's throwing up big numbers.
What is he, a slot receiver?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Totally Edelman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
they've
Impressive.
only allowed Gainesville, their defense so far has been pretty well. They've only allowed 28 points in 3 games. So their defense is obviously rising to the occasion as well. So
Yeah, they're looking to have a big year. So
Flowery Branch seems to be finding their footing right now. They came back, they dropped the first one of the year. They came back, go to Haversham, win. Have Forsyth Central at home, beat them pretty easily, 34-7. Pretty big night for them down there. East Hall, they beat Johnson 55-12. But the game had 2 99-yard kickoff returns. Don't know how often that's happened. So
Probably not much.
no, Johnson got on
both teams.
both teams, one by each team. Yeah. So Johnson, I think it was 14-0 East Hall kickoff. They returned it back. It was Monty Young for Johnson, ran it back 99 yards. So it was 14-6 at that point. And Kamani Hester said, "You know what? Anything you can do, I can do as well," because he returned the next kickoff 99 yards.
Wow.
And I will say Johnson's only 2 scores were off special teams, so they had the 99-yard kickoff. And then Sire Bryce, he blocked a punt, and Ishmael I'm sorry, I pronounced it wrong, but he picks it up and runs it back. So special teams touchdowns for Johnson were the only scores Friday night.
It's still tough to do. Good job.
Yep.
Now the game that we all went to, the Cherokee Bluff North Hall game, and what a game it was.
Great game.
I said we might as well call it the Kemp family reunion, as you had cousins on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And
that both went off.
exactly. Huddy Kemp for Cherokee Bluff got his first touchdown in high school, which was pretty awesome to watch. Freshman, he is. But I will say that Ty Kemp, the kid went off. Senior, playing against his cousin. Bunch of family members there.
I'll have to give props to the North Hall coaching staff on that. They something that I don't think we've seen yet. One of the best receivers in the county, Cole Cable, basically got shut down, to be honest. Cherokee Bluff came in, great game plan there to contain him. They did that, and North Hall's coaching staff ended up moving Cole out wide, basically just as a decoy, and told their other playmakers go to work. And that's exactly what Ty Kemp did, and he went off, and it was fun to watch.
He had 8 catches, 177 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was a big night.
He's probably still catching passes.
I mean, the prettiest pass all night, though, as I remember sitting there on the sidelines, on Cherokee Bluff sidelines, 4th and 23.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I told you, I was like, watch number 3. And they ran a wheel right to the left, and Alex threw a beautiful ball. And I think you said it, to throw it the height that it needed, the time that it needed to land in the back left corner of the end zone was awesome.
I can honestly say that was one of the best high school passes I've seen made, and especially 4th and long to do it then. It was an unbelievable pass. That was a lot of fun to watch. I do want to go ahead and mention this since we're talking about the game we went to. I do want to throw this out there, Hall County, just because I feel like we're better than this. With all locations and sporting events, I do not feel like the fans should have to go to a game and wonder how you're going to have to pay to get in. Some schools are cash only, some are card only, some are GoFan only. I know Gainesville's GoFan only, North Hall's cash only. There are a few out there that offer all 3, but this day and time, there should be no reason that every school, every sporting event should offer all 3 forms of payment, cash, card, and GoFan. It is a huge inconvenience to not know when you go to these games. And I'm not just talking about one school, I'm talking about the county as a whole, to wonder, you get busy at work, you're ready to go to the game, you're on your way out there and you're like, oh no, how do I even get in this game? That should be, I believe, uniform across the county, so that nobody has to worry about that. I know at North Hall on Mount Vernon Road, if you get out there and do not have cash and you're sent out, and I've seen it done, especially for fans that are not from around here, you're headed back down Mount Vernon Road. The only place you're going to find there is a gas station. You go get $20 out, you're going to pay a $3 or $4 fee. So now you're paying 15 or 20% on your money just to go back to the game.
While losing your parking spot.
While losing your parking spot and dealing with that again. So I really feel like the counties need to talk about that and find a way to offer multiple forms of payment. So just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, I agree.
I got to thinking about that because we definitely talked about that a lot Friday night. And I wonder if they can't do the GoFan because Loggins, what was one of the biggest complaints that you had?
Well, there's 2, but the biggest complaint was the no service, no Wi-Fi at the mighty Brickyard. It baffles me. In 2025, there's no service in that facility whatsoever. I mean, I think you have to go to a certain spot. But as parents, if you drop your kids off at the game, I mean, how can you track your kid, if you have no service?
Yeah. And then I wonder if that's why they can't do GoFan because there is no service. And if that's the case, we got to figure it out. Hall County, we are definitely better than that.
And
GoFan you can use. GoFan you can purchase the tickets before you get out there. The one problem I have heard around the county that the reason some schools don't use GoFan is because of the fee and how much it costs. But I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it real. If the schools aren't paying it, then the fans are. And it's a huge inconvenience to get in your car, have to leave, to go back and get cash and come back. We should offer better. And I feel like the turnout to some of these games would be better. I can assure you there have truly been times I've not gone to a game because cash only, don't have cash on me or not sure how they take the payment and don't want to fool with it.
No, I wonder how many people just like, you know what, forget it, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened during the scrimmage up at Lumpkin County? You know, the people from Cherokee Bluff, the parents came up there to watch the middle school or JV a scrimmage, and they didn't know it was cash only. So, like you're saying, they had to turn around and go back and get cash. And it's just an inconvenience, and it should be.
Hey, business idea, boys. Let's put an ATM machine at North Hall for Friday night games.
Yeah, I promise you to make some money.
But yeah, that was a great game. Want to pray for Ethan Johnson. He got rolled up on during the game. I did text his dad this weekend. Nothing's broken, which is good, but they're getting an MRI either Tuesday or Wednesday this week to find out what's going on. His ankle's still swollen up pretty bad, so I want to send prayers out to him and his family.
No doubt.
I texted his dad, and I was like, I can't imagine as a parent watching it happen and then, having to jump the fence and go out there. So, just praying for him that he it's not as bad news as it could be, and hopefully he has a good recovery.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
And one thing I want to say, I made a note of it here, and actually I've talked to several people about it. The small sideline that on the visitor side at North Hall puts you right up close and personal with the players. One, I didn't think that was right. I was watching the trainer having to go back and forth in between players, trying to attend to multiple players, and there was no room. Luckily, Cherokee Bluff's trainer is a large dude that seems to be in great shape and was able to move players if he needed. But the smell, the pads. I find out it's the pads that stink. It's not the uniforms. There's got to be some type of filtration system out there for these locker rooms, because it's not just Cherokee Bluff. I've been to 3 or 4 different locker rooms, and you get in them sweaty boys. It stinks up. It makes you want to it makes you almost gag. It's that bad. So we got to figure it out. And sitting in the stands, you could smell it with the breeze, and it's too close, too much. So, and the sidelines, there's no room.
No, there's it's up close and personal, and you could hear the coaches getting into it or getting after the players. So parents, this is football, so I'm sure you heard some things that it was. We heard it. So.
We did. I enjoy that.
Oh yeah, I mean that's. But some parents are.
I know. You have some out there that they don't want little Johnny to be yelled at. So, but it was a great round of football. We got some big games this week. Flowery Branch has Hart County at home. Riverside goes to Bethlehem Christian. Lakeview plays Windsor. Cherokee Bluff hosts Haversham this week. I'm going to go to that game because I grew up in Haversham, so I'm a Bluff guy now. Want to see the old orange and blue come down there, see what they look like. Got Chestatee at East Forsyth this week. At home, they game there. East Hall's got North Hall at home. Gainesville's off this week. They're preparing for the big showdown next week against Carrollton, which should be a great game. And then I'm going to bring the game of the week coming this week. It's going to be the West Hall Johnson game. So it's at West Hall. They call it the Battle of Oakwood, and there's still a lot of meaning between these two schools about that. I feel a lot of it gets talked about, even though these two schools sometimes get left behind or forgotten about at times with the other high schools. But this game still, they want to claim the rights to Oakwood. It's a big game, big deal for both schools. So that should be a good game this week. Other than that, let's jump into players of the week. Jason, you said you had 2 of them, right?
Yeah, I got 2. Let's see. We have Mac Warren, who had 2 home runs, big home runs for Cherokee Bluff this week, and Aiden Guerin, the pitcher for East Hall that pitched the no-hitter that we talked about earlier. Good job, ladies. It's tough to do, and looking forward to shouting out other players for next week. So, good job, ladies.
And I'm clearly going to go with Ty Kemp from North Hall with 8 catches, 177 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, he balled out. When his team, like you said, Andy, he had to step up, and the coaches made a great call, and man, did he put on a show.
North Hall is a fun team to watch. I'm not just saying that because I'm a North Hall graduate, but North Hall is loaded with seniors. They're well coached. They play tough. They're going to be fun to watch this year.
Definitely. Yeah, that was a great football game to be at. Well, congrats to Players of the Week. Up next, as I mentioned earlier, we were able to catch up with a few of Hall County's volleyball coaches to talk about this big tournament coming up Saturday. And so can't wait to hear to see what they have to say. All right, everybody. Here today with us, we've got some of the Hall County's finest coaches in the volleyball world. We are going to be speaking to 3 or 4 coaches from around Hall County. The purpose of this is to promote the Hall County Championship Tournament coming up later this week. I've personally been to that multiple years. Always a great tournament, very competitive, and so we just wanted to help promote that and learn a little bit more about volleyball while we're doing it. Here with us today, we've got Emmy Hughes with North Hall, Karen Tolles with Lakeview, and Tian Meyer with Cherokee Bluff. Ladies, we'll just take a quick minute, let each of you introduce yourself. Coach Tolles, we'll start with you.
Sure. I'm Karen Tolles, and I've been with Lakeview in many different areas of many different sports. This most recent stint has been this is my 3rd year as the varsity volleyball coach, but I've been with Lakeview for 28 years.
All right, Coach Meyer.
No, my name is Tia Meyer. This is my 4th year at Cherokee Bluff. And we just moved here from Cincinnati probably 5 years ago. So somewhat new to the area, but definitely kind of getting familiar with everything and the differences.
Great. Coach Hughes.
All right. Well, I'm Emmy Hughes, and I'm the coach at North Hall, and this is my 18th season there. But before that, I did have the pleasure of coaching with Karen at Lakeview to get it started. So I'm excited.
Great. Well, we want to learn a little bit more about volleyball. So to do that, we're going to let Loggins take that away with a few questions.
Yeah, thanks, ladies, for joining us today. This weekend is going to be my first time coming to watch some matches. So tell me something about, or tell me how the game set and matches work through volleyball. Excited about coming to watch the action this weekend. So,
all right, Coach Tolles, will you give us an explanation of that game sets and matches, how that works?
Sure. We start off in 2 gyms. Our I guess it's called Gold Gym and Silver Gym. I believe we base our this year's standings on how we finished last year. And for example, 10 plays 1, 9 plays 2. And then after we play our first 2 games, which I believe first 2 matches, I believe that's the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock times, then we reseed and the top teams go to the Gainesville Activity Center, I think it's called. And then the bottom 4 teams go to the their old gym, their basketball gym, whatever it may be called now. And everything is the best 2 out of 3. And the day runs pretty smoothly and very well organized. I'm looking forward to it this coming up weekend also.
nice. Great. Coach Meyer, what's a quick rundown on rotations and the positions? How do they work?
Wow. Well, we have positions. We have outside hitters, and usually you have 2. You just seed them as a 1 and a 2 based off of ability. Then you have middle hitters the same way, and then you have based on an offense. You can do a 6-2 with 2 setters, or you could run a 5-1 with 1 setter. It just kind of pretty much the makeup of your team and what works best for you. And then the rotations, that can get very confusing for people in the stands. So to be honest, to explain that and not see it visually would probably confuse you terribly.
Yeah, well, I'll be confused.
That's not hard to confuse Jason anyway.
Trust me, that's going to happen no matter what.
Coach Hughes, line judges, how do you recruit them?
Ooh. So thankfully, GHSA actually decided that line judges for area matches or region matches had to take a quick certification course in order to line judge. So I have not actually seen that course, but I know that we have parents that have had to take it. So with that being said, we use that same thing in the Hall County tournament where it has to be an adult that is certified to line judge to just take the guesswork out and not put it on a young kid, or, we know the parents like to sit in the bleachers and watch, but we need adults down there as well.
So quick story on this and why they probably came up with this certification and this rule. Back when I was in high school, Emmy, I'm not going to say how long ago that was. Emmy might have been on the court playing at this time, along with my now wife, and so the two of them talked me into being a line judge during a high school game, and had never done it before. I was on the opposing team's side at the corner, so basically, if y'all don't know how it works, the ball's in or out, you call it in or out. Okay. Thought I made a right call. It was near the end of the match, and it was a very close, heated match, and obviously it was right on the line. So I thought it was out. I called it that way. I'm sorry, I thought it was in, so I called it in. Evidently, the entire rest of the team thought it was out, and when I tell you I got screamed at, the lead ref got screamed at.
Yes.
His girlfriend's on the other side. How are you letting him do this? I had no clue what I was doing. I told him, I'm sorry. I thought I was going to get knifed on the way to the parking lot. I'm not gonna lie. So, hence probably now why you've got to be certified to do this.
Yeah,
and
makes
I
sense.
can appreciate that now because I'll probably never do it again.
We're keeping relationships together by cutting
Yeah,
out
exactly. Exactly.
Last question, and each of you guys or ladies can answer this. I played soccer a long time ago, and we had yellow and red cards. So what is this? Is this kind of similar to in the volleyball world with a yellow card, you're getting a warning, then a red card, you get suspended or ejected? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think you're pretty spot on. You get a yellow card, obviously for some multiple reasons. I've only gotten a few, so I'm trying to stay away from the cards. But yellow card's a warning as far as coaches go. Your assistant coaches can also get yellow cards. They can make you sit. You'll notice, Jason, when you come to the games, some coaches prefer to stand, and that can be a big blow if they make you sit down.
Okay.
Hence, I don't want to sit, so
right.
I try to stay away from the cards. And then I don't know, you guys might know, I've thankfully never gotten a red card, but I don't know if that's automatic ejection or what is that? I shouldn't know.
I would think so. I mean, my yellow cards have only come from going on the court, getting excited and crossing that line right there.
That's
But I don't know. I haven't seen a red card be given, so I would assume it means ejection too in the sport as well.
Yeah, you can also get them if you don't have the substitutions come up correctly and like logistics of the game, you can get them.
Okay.
Take too long on timeouts or not, that kind of thing.
So what do we got to do to get one of y'all to get a red card this
I was
weekend?
just about to ask. We don't want to see anybody get ejected, but at the same time,
I want to find out the limits
exciting.
here.
Yeah, I do
Find out
too.
the
Passion.
limits.
You'll have to come to the tournament to find out.
I'll be there.
All right, we're going to do just a little fun game here, a few rapid questions. Rapid fire, I'll call on one of you, just randomly draw some of these questions that we've come up with, just to tell us a little more about your teams. So Coach Tolles, we'll start with you.
Okay.
What is your team's favorite pregame meal?
Oh, wow. Subway, any kind of turkey sandwich.
Okay, great choice. All right, Coach Meyer, what are a
Yes.
few athletic traits that make a good volleyball player?
Leadership, which can be athletic or just simply part of their personality as well. Speed, jumping ability for sure.
Sure.
Just fast feet.
Okay, great. All right, Coach Hughes, tough one here. How important is off-season training and travel ball in the volleyball world? What is your advice on it?
Oh, I think it's huge. I think it's the world we live in now. Like every other sport, girls almost have to be playing something in the off season to stay above the curve. I don't necessarily think that means they have to sell out to travel teams or to not play other sports, but I think they definitely have to be doing something in the off season because as these programs grow and get better, that's the only way you stay ahead of the curve and with the group. And same with off-season training. That's something just in my own career that I've really, the older I've gotten, I've realized I should have done it when I was younger and had the energy, but now I'm having to do it the older I am because it's huge. And to compete with the best teams, I think you have to be working and getting girls not only on the court, but in the weight room and doing the little things. So I think it's huge.
All right, great. Coach Meyer, we'll go back up to you. How do you build good team culture within the program?
I think consistency is one of the most important things, and not having the kids that you can sometimes relate with better, and like showing that favoritism where it can be easy to do, and realizing that just because their personalities are different, you still have to make sure that you're maintaining the consistency with how you treat all of them. I think holding them to a high standard, that's one of mine. I'm old school, so I'm a very disciplined person. And so I kind of relay it. In today's world, it's you're mean and you yell and you that when you just talk normal, but that's yelling now.
Sure.
But the ultimate thing is just discipline is, and high standards is how I kind of define it.
Great. Great answer. All right, Coach Tolles, what do your girls do to get hyped up before a big game?
Music that I don't like.
Oh.
Then we're gonna listen to country music, girls. If y'all don't do better. So anyway, it's they love the music, so we have to have the iPad close by on game day, especially.
Good, great. Do you yourself do the same, or what do you do to get hyped up?
I do. Not the particular music they like. I like to understand the words that are being said on the
Yes.
on the radio.
Good. All right, good. All right, Coach Hughes, describe your program in 3 to 5 words.
Oof.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Karen got the hype video and I describe my program. Wow. I think just the standard is the standard. So
Love it.
that's sort of our motto we try to go by. And some days that standard's way up here and other days it may not be, but they decide, we decide, but everything we do, the standard is the standard.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm going to challenge the other two. I'll start with you, Coach Tolles. I want to know you 3 to 5 words for your program.
Oh wow. What do you think?
Me too.
Something that comes to mind is cooperation. I think I heard an interview with Dawn Staley about how she's meeting her players where they are. And I think it's taken me a long time to understand that, of trying to have standards, but is it unrealistic expectations? And trying to understand where my players are coming from in order to meet them where they are. So as far as, I don't know, 3 to 5, maybe transparency, communication, that's been important and good for our program this year.
Okay. Coach Meyer.
I'm sitting here still, just for sentences, not words. Loud in the locker room. I would say not so loud sometimes on the court. They can have attitudes, a lot of attitude. I mean, I have 11 seniors. I mean, they think they all know everything. So, but again, they're fun. It's been fun because of, I think that's the big thing too, fun, and the fact that we have been together 2 solid years, and 5 of them I've had since their sophomore year. So I know them. And so that relationship of fun has also grown into, just seeing that part of them as well as their personal life. But yeah, I mean, personalities are all over the place. You all know that.
Yes. Well, let's jump into the tournament coming this week in the Hall County tournament. Coach Hughes, give us a quick background on the tournament, how long it's been around, who's in it, and how competitive does it get?
Awesome. Yes. So this tournament, and I sent this to the coaches, was sort of a pie in the sky idea that my great friend and coaching colleague at the time, Julie Rushing, she was at Chestatee, had, where we wanted something similar to Lanierland, something that our girls could get behind and we could get the community involved, all of the local high schools. At the end of the day, that's who these girls want to play. They want to play their friends at other schools and their rivals. And so we started, the first tournament we did was in 2014. And it was at North Hall and Chestatee. And originally we kind of bounced around like Lanierland does as well, where we, split host schools so that everybody kind of had a chance to be in their own gym at some point. and that kind of thing. And then Gainesville put that beautiful facility up, and it's such a fantastic place to host that, the last, gosh, y'all, what, 2 years,
Four.
3 years?
At
It's
least
been at
3.
Gainesville, yeah. And so works out as well, just facility wise. So like I said, all the Hall County schools are there. We've got Gainesville City, Lakeview, Lanier Christian, and sorry, it's time to switch. And it ends up being a really fun day. We've done a couple of different formats where we've played, pool play on one day and the bracket play on another, but this year everything will go down on one day. So should be exciting.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
Coach Meyer, who are the teams to beat this year?
Oh, wow. Definitely. I mean, you never know one because girls are completely mental. And well, you just don't. Like everybody's going to say, like everybody's throwing out Cherokee Bluff because of our returning seniors, but good grief, you just don't know. But you have North Hall's definitely going to be competing. Everyone can compete on every day, so I'm not going to turn a blank eye to anyone. And we've got to prep for every team. Each game's important. Gainesville will be up there. North Hall. Who else we have? Emmy.
Yeah, I mean, I really,
everybody, literally.
yeah, it's gonna be, like someone said earlier, they reseed. I think Karen, we do the seeding based off of last year's finish, which sometimes is kind of interesting because teams change so much. You may have that number one seed coming in that was a number one seed last year that may not look the same. So when it shakes out, pool play, I think will be a little bit different this year. I think that's going to be exciting for teams that may have finished middle of the pack last year that have a shot at the gold bracket, and that's everyone's goal is to get to the gold. So
Awesome. Coach Tolles, with it being said, and I guess could play anyone. I'm assuming there's strategy. You scout other teams. I'm assuming y'all watch video with the technology nowadays. So how do you prepare for a tournament like this with the many teams that you could play?
As much as you can scout, and there's just not a lot of we use YouTube video a little bit. We use everything that we can on Max Preps, obviously, with score, and then just word of mouth of who's got a strong middle or who's got a strong outside, or what we can learn from colleagues. But as far as going into it that day, we just kind of prep our kids that every match counts, and especially those morning matches count, because that's going to send you into which gym you're going to play the afternoon in or the later morning in.
Okay. A lot of trash talking going on during these matches. I'm sure there's some rivalries. So
it's fun. The kids play on clubs together, and they get to know each other. Maybe they go to church group or maybe they go to social events. But it's a lot of fun when our kids see each other as teammates, in the off season, and then they're rivals during the season.
Okay.
Speaking of
there's definitely trash talk.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Speaking of Max Preps, do you upload how does that, because we're seeing a lot of gaps in the updated records and stuff like that on Max Preps. Do you do that after every match, or do you do it like the next day or the next couple days? Because we're trying to fill as much as we can with the stats and the records, but there's big gaps there.
Well, we try to get them in by the next day. We're supposed to have them in that night, but we definitely try to the next day. Some people do, some don't. As far as stats, I mean, you can put them in, but if Huddle doesn't correct them, you got to go back and make sure they've tagged the right kid, and then you have to change things because they've messed it up. And so you just kind of have to stay up with it in that nature. But like right now, I've been trying to input 2 different games, and it won't allow me based off of what the Huddle did in regards to that. So I got to go back and find that error to ensure that those stats get. And then sometimes Max Prep says your stats aren't in there, and then they are in there. And they said that's a glitch on their part. So I was like, all right.
We get it.
yeah.
100%.
I do want to say,
I uploaded literally 8 games today that I've emailed Max Preps about 25 times because been very frustrated with the stats,
No
and
doubt.
It's
I
bad.
think you're actually there now, maybe. So Jason, hopefully, yes, you should start seeing a little more consistency with that. But it is a huddle and a max prep thing, and it has to jive. So
Thank you.
I do want to mention to everyone, Coach Owen with West Hall, Coach Anderson with Flowery Branch, and Coach Padilla with LCA. I hope I pronounced that correctly. They all wanted to be on here today. Some last-minute things came up, and they could not. But Coach Padilla did want me to share that he is coming in with a team that every player is in a brand-new position this year. So he said they're just coming in with some enthusiasm and good attitudes. I don't know if that's strategy on his part. But he wanted me to let everybody know that before we get there.
Setting them up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
he's
when you're
new
Christian,
coach at
right?
LCA.
Yeah,
Isn't
LCA.
that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Christian. Again, we want to thank all of you for your time. I know how busy you are being in season right now. We can't wait for the tournament this weekend. We will be there.
Yes.
Like I said, I've been there many times. It is a very competitive tournament. So we just wanted the community to know more about it. Hall County, come out there and support them. Watch it. It is a great event. So again, good luck to all of you. I know there's only going to be one winner. But good luck to all of you. And again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and appreciate you kind of just getting the word out and supporting us.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Thank you. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Episode 4, In the Stands podcast. Want to thank the Barga Boys media team for
Yes, thank
helping me
you.
get set up out here in the Bahamas. That was not an easy task, and
Happy
so I
birthday,
really
Mark.
appreciate that. And that's right. Happy birthday, Mark.
Oh,
Hope you
yeah.
had a great birthday this weekend. We'll be back next week with another great episode. Tony, if you could send us off with a quote of the week.
Yes, quote of the week for this week is just enjoy life. We will never be this young again.
Nice. That's right.
I like it.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right. See you.